I think the last thing we was doing is Rain Man was going to get shit, I forgot your guy's name.
You
Grizzle?
all were heading up to the party floor, either to hang out or look for Caspar as well on the side. I'm heading back to the ship to get Downpour so that
Yeah.
we can have an uplink, direct uplink with what was his name, Service and them.
Mhm.
There was a couple
Yes, yes,
a couple names that were thrown at you guys.
Hang on, I
yeah.
wrote them
Knight, I
down.
think you got notes on those.
We
Yeah.
got Silence, Sensation, Security, Sanctuary, Solitude, Sleepless, Service.
Yep. With I believe Service being the face.
Yeah, Service is the leader. He looks like Gandalf. That's what I have written down. Silence was Susan that gave up her body for the hive mind. So I essentially killed an old woman.
It
Oh yeah.
happens.
Mhm. Well, I mean, ways to go out seems, you know,
If she's into it.
Exactly.
I also have written down each of them their feelings towards us, whether it be positive, negative, or neutral.
Yeah. Yeah, so to kind of just summarize everything, you guys went and met with the Horus Cell, or at least that's what your intelligence was operating on. Come to find out that it's some sort of fractured NHP that has been kind of just having like a split personality kind of sort of situations. There's dozens copies of it. Um, and you guys decided to trust it and decided to put it back together. I eventually raiding the SSC complex that is underneath the local zoo. As far as everything else goes, Venom, you were doing something for Fish, kind of just your underworld contact, like gathering
Mm.
intelligence or taking pictures or something.
Yeah, he was wanting pictures of the Simp concert.
Mm-hmm. Um, you guys have intelligence that one of the three dead kings is actually inside the colony. Um, Something you can pursue if wanted. And think I think that's it as far as like side quests go.
yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, and where we left off, you guys had just finished your meeting with Simp, and it was Solitude who was gonna lead you guys back upstairs and actually perform the concert. But Rayman, you ran off to the ship, or at least that's where you're headed.
Hmm.
Okay. So let's go ahead. Get ourselves back at the concert. Um, so as far as like how the space is looking, it's definitely a lot kind of just fuller now. The I guess the premiere act is now performing. Everyone is now present. Everyone that was managed to get in. Um, and Solitude kind of just possessing one of these kind of just courier droids, kind of just these very linky, boxy machines, gets on stage and just starts playing. Everyone kind of just goes a little manic and kind of just all excited, getting with the groove and all that. Um, what are you guys doing?
Probably just enjoying the concert. Staying relatively close to the bar, but keeping an eye out for that one guy, the Three Dead King, just in case he's in here.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying myself, but remaining aware.
Basically walking around, taking some pictures, shit like that. And then once I got enough, I just hang around, looking out for Three Dead King guy as well.
Are you
I'm like near the crowd, not near the bar.
okay? Oh yeah, you have like a little pin looking kind of just hidden camera thing.
Hmm.
Okay. Uh, okay. So kind of just Venom, as you're kind of just going around taking pictures, you make like eye contact with kind of just another party goer, and they get the feeling that they know what you're up to, and he actually tries to kind of just photobomb some of your photos.
Okay. Uh, I just let him do it for a while. I'm not gonna get aggressive and start something right yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he only does it for like maybe like a good 30 seconds before he becomes distracted again because of like drugs, alcohol, and music.
Yeah,
So,
I'll hit him later.
mm-hmm. Um, Yuki, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm definitely finally excited to be able to enjoy the music I've been obsessing about for however long.
Mhm.
However much of it was real obsession versus fabricated obsession.
Mm-hmm.
The excitement to finally hear it in person is tangible and is definitely there.
Okay, okay.
Just gonna focus enjoying the show, but not looking for anyone in particular, but just keeping an eye out for potential danger. She's just always on the edge of.
And then I guess Rain Man, you're not even paying attention to all that. Are you just booking it to the ship?
I got a goal. I'm going for it.
Gotcha. So being in the abandoned district, it will take you a bit. Um, I guess it depends if you are walking or hailing a taxi kind of deal.
Uh, I got mine to blow. I'm gonna get a taxi.
Gotcha.
Let's see.
Abandoned district, and you're gonna be in spaceport, so it's like 4 sectors basically. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna take you a bit. Nothing happens immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. And then which does anyone in their notes have which Dead King member is currently on the station?
That's Caspar.
Caspar?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds right.
Perfect. I need to write that down. All right. And your last intelligence of him was that he was somewhere in the abandoned district. Now, kind of just in how the abandoned district is laid out, it's kind of just dozens upon dozens of kind of just these rundown abandoned warehouses with your current one kind of somewhere kind of just in the middle of it all. Any of you going on the hunt or simply chilling, relaxing, waiting for a better opportunity?
He's in. I feel like we should
Uh,
get him on the hunt.
yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is after I got my pictures done, just maybe try to go look for them.
Yeah, I would enjoy like the first song or so. Team up with Venom.
Okay.
Because it's an open contract, and there's no telling if it's been made public that he's on station yet.
Well, Rain Man does have that Riz.
That is true.
Oh yeah.
Undeniable.
All right.
Okay, so is there like a good vantage point that we could probably one of us climb up and look around and possibly uh try to spot where he may be?
As far as
If I... Go ahead. Sorry.
like, are you trying to find like higher ground kind of deal?
Yeah, or climb on top of a building or something. I do have mag clamps I can use.
Um,
Grab
You
my
can-
food. I'll be right back.
you can totally use those if you want.
If
Well,
I remember correctly, I think last game the bar was in the upper section of this thing. I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, so the bar has basically there was a catwalk kind of just within this warehouse that people have since expanded, made into a bar and kind of just this upper deck kind of just area. As far as getting a vantage point for the rest of the complex, the rest of the abandoned district, we'll say that yeah, rooftop access is possible in a number of these warehouses, but again, these are abandoned, these are old, not quite in the greatest state of repair, so might either you need to look around for kind of just a safety entrance or head outside, use your mag clamps, and easily climb up.
All right, I'm back.
Uh, yeah, I'll definitely use the mag clamps to climb up.
Okay.
If I ascend it.
All right. So, with the mag clamps, easily able to climb up on top of your current warehouse, and then kind of just from there, are you just simply spotting for a familiar face, or are we looking for some other kind of detail?
Uh, I well, I don't think I'd be able to see his face from top of the building per se, but yeah, I'd say like a certain detail, like okay, this building has lights, or something's going on over there.
Okay.
Type thing.
All right. If I can go ahead and get a roll from you, then kind of just perception check style, if we were using D&D lingo.
And here comes the one. I'll take it.
18. Okay. You glance about and kind of very first thing you kind of just notice is this warehouse district is pretty dark. Kind of just again, none of these buildings are being used except the one you're on top of. And outside of it, kind of just this one bouncing kind of just flashlight who you kind of recognize as kind of just the old-timey security guard who is probably close to retirement, kind of just making his runs around the complex. You kind of take another minute to kind of just look around, and then you kind of just there in a window, kind of just, we'll say, on kind of just the northern side of the space, you see a window kind of just lit up for maybe a second, and then either the light moved or the light was turned off.
Okay. I radio to Yuki and tell her what I seen.
Are you there for it?
Oh no, Caspar got her.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Seems to be.
Oh.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, sorry. I took 2 minutes to wash my hands. I had just finished eating. I washed my hands and went to the bathroom.
Okay.
I figured I'd be okay.
Hmm.
What am I in trouble with now?
Venom was just trying to relay some information to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry, the song's real loud. Go ahead and say that all again.
I climbed on top of the building using my mag clamps, and in the distance, I seen a building with a it kind of looked like the light just turned off.
How far away?
Uh,
Probably distance wise. So you guys are probably in the central of the district. The building that you saw Venom was kind of somewhere on the northern side. So as far as like scope goes, it's maybe like 1 or 2 blocks away.
Should we go check it out?
yeah, possibly.
And we all have radios, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Knight, are you ready to punch some faces?
I'm ready to roll out.
All right. Venom got eyes on a building in the distance, only a block or 2 out, where a light just turned off. So I think we're gonna go
Sounds juicy.
investigate.
Let's do it.
All right. All right, Venom. We'll wait for you outside the building. You can just climb on down.
I'm gonna climb on down and meet y'all there.
If I'm hearing all this, I'm gonna quip up and say, remember, punch, don't kill.
Mm,
Click.
maim.
Maim indeed.
All right. So, with you group of 3 at the moment, what's the marching order to speak? And just who's taking point, who's in the rear, and just what's the idea here?
We could just be walking abreast. There's only
Yeah.
3 of us.
Yeah.
Works for me.
All right. So kind of just walking together, all of you kind of just make your side to the northern area of the district. We'll say that is when we do a scene transition to Rain Man. So, taxi stops. You're in front of the spaceport now.
All right.
Make your way into the ship. And just nothing suspicious, kind of just nothing catches your eye. And just spaceport this is very much in the middle of the night, evening area, so everything's quiet down outside of just the usual automated services.
All right.
And just making your way into the ship. Lights
Mhm.
start coming on. and a nearby terminal pops up, and you kind of see like the little emoji avatar of Downpour pop up. And just, oh, you're back.
Yep. Got something I need you for. But first, quick question, Downpour. Can you connect me to security program Alpha 9 Beta 4? You know the one. We're calling home.
All right. Kind of just boots up the program, and things start rolling.
Let's see. One-way transmission per usual. You recording, buddy?
Kind of, you watch as a little screen pops up again. You kind of like see a little mirror of yourself at the moment.
Thank you. So he's gonna lean forward and just, hey Anna, how you and the kids doing? Are they giving you any trouble? I know I asked you a lot to take them on, but kind of had my hands full out over here keeping these guys off you. You know how it goes. Anyway, yeah. So he's gonna pull out his little comp con and press a little few buttons, send you the usual 1,000. I'll just give you another update once you send one back. Yeah. And then ends the recording and just sends it off.
Yep. Kind of see a little loading bar kind of fill up, boop, sent.
All right. All right, now that that's taken care of, buddy.
The little
know,
kind of just recording fades. Now see his little face pop up.
So, I may have run into another NHP, and they can help our little problem. But you want to come with?
Is it safe?
I don't. I know they're safe, but I don't know what's going to happen is going to be safe. They're going to be linking you two together for communication between us and them. That's kind of why I'm asking you. Like, do you want to come with, or would you rather just stay here?
Kind of just the face is replaced, kind of just with like the blinking dot, kind of just loading bar.
Okay.
He's thinking, and it's again back to the kind of just superintendent face, and says, "Oh, yeah, sure, why not?"
Okay. All right. I'll reach into my jacket pocket and pull out the phone-sized casket. How do I? Okay, wire transfer. All right. Plug that into a port next there. Yep, just like that.
Mm-hmm. So Downpour now starts moving, I guess himself or in itself into this casket, and you kind of watch as there's like a flickering of the lights and kind of just power seems to come off in the ship, and it is instead now your kind of just only source of light at the moment is little casket. It now has a solid green light, basically saying, "Hey, I'm in here."
Now looking around like, well, shit. Guess you really are critical to keeping this old bucket running.
It's ship's really kept together with screws and duct tape at the moment.
Been on
And
sneezes.
baling wire.
True and real.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, can I just... Can you see out of this? Or are you completely blind right now?
You get the idea that it's like it's a small black box, but somehow you can kind of just envision kind of just instead of maybe a box, it's actually kind of just a little person resting in your hand. It's kind of that's at least the image that is somehow coming into your mind, and it's like I can see shapes. I have a vague awareness, but everything's just different, weird.
All right. Well, let's definitely not make this a normal thing. All right. So I'm gonna stuff Downpour into my jacket pocket and head on out. I've done all I need to do with the ship. And as I'm leaving, I realize, right, power's out.
A little bit, but kind of just after a while, kind of just an auxiliary kind of just emergency power does kick on. Like you start seeing the emergency lights come on, or at least the ones that work come on, and it does look like to be that
Okay.
you can still exit the ship.
Okay. Oh, we desperately need an upgrade. I love you, old girl, but god damn, you're old.
Be careful saying that. Yuki will kill her.
I am ageist.
Anyway, yeah, with that said, I will leave the ship, lock it up, and start making my way back to the abandoned district.
All right. It's at this point that our group of three, you guys show up to kind of just this northern warehouse. The Venom, the one that you spotted earlier.
Mhm.
It's a tick larger than the rest, whereas everything else you've seen is maybe like 1 or 2 stories tall. We'll say one in the concert, it's a good 2 story height, but rather than a second floor, it's just a big open space. This northern one here, it's a good kind of just 4 stories tall, kind of just double in height, and it does actually seem to have separating floors. This seems more like whereas everything else kind of just seems to be kind of just large scale storage. This one seems to be more smaller and kind of just maybe more private size storage.
Okay.
Do we? And this is Drake Farr talking. Do we know what Caspar looks like?
I think we do.
So we do have an NPC note on them. Let's see. Let's see. And we'll say that the names align with the figures. So Bolt is probably the tall one. Caspar is the one with the beard. Mel's the one with the slash in the face.
Okay, so we're looking for a bearded man.
Yep. Older gentleman, bearded.
Older gentleman beard. Are there any the surface of the building, is it slick or is it rough? Is it look climbable, the outside?
Um,
Or is it like metal, like mag clamps would have to be used type of thing?
there. Let's see. So taking a glance at the building, it does seem to be walls do appear to be flat. There are windows that are kind of just if you can break one, you can maybe jump into it, kind of deal. Rooftop access, there definitely is like a ladders that you can climb.
Oh, it's a fire escape. Very cool.
Yeah. It's not in the
How
best of
about-
shape, but still usable.
And so this 4-story building, turn the Venom. It's like this 4-story building is the one that you saw him in, or the light go out.
Yes.
Okay, let's do a perimeter check, just real quick. Note doors and exits.
There is maybe like a double door, kind of just lobby entrance.
Okay.
And we'll say that is like we'll say the double doors are on the south side of the building.
Gotcha.
East and west, and north all have doors. We'll say east and west have one door, and it's like a fire escape again, kind of style door, emergency exit, and then two of those emergency exit doors on the north side. Well, one's an emergency exit. We'll say one is actually an employee entrance when this was still being used.
Okay. I'll turn to Venom, and I'll say, you can turn invisible too, right?
Yep.
Okay. My thought is this. We leave Knight down here to watch the doors. Maybe just have him patrol. And then we climb the fire escape up from to the top and work our way down from the inside.
Yeah, that works for me. That's fine with it.
Sure. I'll make it work.
Okay. So yeah. So I guess Knight. There's no good way to we'll look at 4 doors at once on 4 different sides of a building, but or do we want to have 2 down and 1 go up?
Mm,
Or do we all just want to go inside from the bottom and go up? Or do we all want to go up to the top and work our way down? Like what? Let's talk it out. What do we think?
I think we definitely need to do a pincer.
I think
Like
so.
at least one person goes up to the
Yeah.
top while the other two, or one from the bottom and the other two work their way down.
Mm.
Maybe what we do is instead of having Knight outside, maybe we put him inside and we'll just ascend and descend at the same time.
Hmm.
That way, if we get into an altercation on either upstairs, downstairs, whatever, both entities are close.
Yeah.
All right. How do we want to do the splits? So there's going to be 2 and 1. I think either Venom, you or I, at least one of us, has to be going in from the top down.
Yeah, I think you're actually better built for stealth. Like I just have the stealth hard suit on its own and the mag clamps.
Okay. All right, we'll do that then. I'll go up to the roof and work my way down. You guys, what floor about did you see the light go out on?
We'll say the third floor.
Yep.
And how
Third
much
floor.
time has passed since Venom saw that and we are here now?
Say good at the very least 2 blocks away. Maybe you guys are speedy about it. Maybe it took you, I don't know, it's like 7 minutes or something.
All right, great. All right. We got radios and use them if we need them. And then I'll turn invisible and start ascending the fire escape to get to the roof.
Okay.
Being
We're doing it live.
quick, but doing it stealthy, but as fast as I can move while being stealthy.
Okay.
Turn invisible. What's that banging noise?
Exactly.
So you want me to roll and act unseen or unheard?
Yeah, go ahead.
Great.
Okay. So we'll say your first step, there was like that creak of kind of just metal being pushed, but
Yeah.
then that was the only sound that the rest of your teammates ever heard as you climb up this ladder stealthily.
Great. Once I get to the roof, I'll draw my pistol and find the roof access.
Okay.
And then I'll stage and put radio in at the roof access. Has not entered yet. Waiting on y'all. We'll just go one floor at a time, each of us.
Sounds good. How do you want to handle this night? You want me to kind of turn invisible, scope out, and then tell you to come on, or you want to just go on in?
Hmm. I really want to make sure we get this guy. So you go invisible and take point, and I'll be following you about 10 feet behind. Probably is
Sounds
the
good.
best way to do it.
All right. I turn invisible and uh, go on in the first door.
All right.
Um, I look around and scope it out, see if I see anybody. You want me to roll for it, or
Yeah, go ahead.
okay?
Nice.
Ooh.
So coming in, I'm guessing you came in through the double door kind of just lobby entrance, or were you trying to go through one of the emergency or employee side?
I was just gonna say the double door.
All right, busting it,
Cause
coming in through the double door, you're
Yeah.
immediately left, met with kind of just a very typical kind of just lobby, um, behind a kind of just window, kind of just you see kind of just a secretary, kind of just receptionist style desk seating area. Immediately to your left, kind of just a waiting, sitting table full of magazines or futuristic magazines. And there appears to be some sort of kind of just broken electronic board with kind of just the label of departure and arrival, kind of just at the top.
I know Knight can't see me, so I just come over the radio and tell him first floor or we're clear.
All right.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and walk in. Does the receptionist seem to care about me at all? Or-
There's an area for a receptionist, but there is no one present.
Oh, there's no one present. Okay.
Yeah, we're in the abandoned district, so I'd be shocked if someone was working reception.
Right. Sure.
When I hear the all clear, I'll enter and take a peek around as well. Just kind of going at the same time.
Okay.
But we can fill
And
up their scene.
You're coming in onto the fourth floor?
Yeah. So let me. Is it like a fire escape? So is there like a on the roof, on top of buildings? So it's like a door that just goes straight into a staircase that goes down, right?
It's
Or is like the
there is
like
a
the
hatch
top-
on a roof that another ladder, but then it goes into a staircase that works its way down.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'll descend into the hatch and very carefully close it, and descend down to the stairwell, and just see what I can hear before I move forward.
Gotcha. So, and just for the moment, kind of just all of you don't really hear much. Kind of just the usual typical ambience that kind of just howling in the wind and all that jazz or whatever. Nothing kind of strikes you as ordinary. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing kind of just piques your interest at the moment. And kind of just as far as layout, as kind of just as far as structure goes, kind of just making your Venom Knight making your guys' way through this first floor. You're met with kind of just like private storage, kind of just U-Haul-esque kind of just things where just storage compartments that people can privately purchase and store stuff in. Fourth floor, Yuki, what you are seeing is a lot of kind of just office space, kind of just something where managers or kind of just typical workers might be. Nothing, nothing seems to come on. Nothing seems to quite catch your interest as far as your guys' initial floors go.
So both first and fourth floor are clear.
Unless you are opening doors and or I guess for first floor opening compartments, kind of just nothing
Mhm.
seems out of the ordinary at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to open a few of those compartments just to see if there's anything going on in them.
Okay. We'll say the first one. Are we trying to be stealthy about it, opening these up?
Oh yeah,
Okay. I want
or at
you to.
least I am. I don't know about night.
I'm not really being stealthy. I'm kind of just I am in the room awaiting orders to move forward from Venom, pretty much.
Gotcha.
Well, I'd say as I went on, I tell them it's clear. So
Yeah, I'll probably be sticking it to at least the same room then. So I'm there, but I'm just more of maintaining a watch. There's nothing I exactly want to interact with.
All right. So Venom trying to stealthily open one of these storage compartments. I need you to go ahead and roll for me. All right. So big metal door, kind of hard to kind of just keep it silent as kind of you hear the creaking and the movement of metal. And then heavy slam when the door comes to a stop. We'll say Yuki, you hear like a thud coming from a lower level. But whether that catches your attention or not, I'll leave to you. As far as Venom, what you see, it seems to be this first locker you've opened up seems to be kind of just standard storage containers. You see kind of some broken old furniture that someone had thrown in here. Just nothing catches your interest. Nothing. I mean, unless you dig deeper, an initial glance, nothing catches your interest.
yeah, I'd say after just seeing that, he'd just move on.
Okay.
He's not wanting to spend a whole lot of time just in one.
When I hear the thud already, I'll be like, y'all hear that?
Yeah, it was a big fucking rat.
Oh,
Well, be quiet. I can hear that all the way up here.
No one fucked up. No one fucked up at all.
Alright.
So what I'll do is at the same time that he's going through and checking downstairs, are there closed doors on this floor?
We'll say you got yourself kind of just a long hallway that leads to kind of just the proper, or I guess the more pedestrian style stairs. It's like 50-50 as far as kind of just doors open, doors closed. But again, kind of just each door has kind of just a rather small window that you are able to kind of just glance everything inside.
Oh, okay.
And nothing. Again, this is purely kind of just office space. The doors that are open seem to have kind of just desks, chairs, and various other kind of office style furniture kind of still assembled about. Whereas the closed doors, they seem to be completely empty rooms, but still have kind of just the as far as like layout, as far as kind of just management of the space goes, everything else seems to be identical.
Is there a layer of dust on things?
Yeah.
Is there a layer of dust on the floor?
Let's see. we'll say not. It's you don't quite see kind of just outside of your own steps that are removing dust as you go.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see a removed layer until you get closer and closer to the pedestrian stairs.
Okay. Does it seem like recent or like disturbed dust or like footsteps?
Yeah, it appears to be footsteps, and it looks like what they're making your way forward,
Mm-hmm.
coming to a door, a closed door, but taking a peek inside, you can see that there's still office furniture inside.
Like arranged
Mhm.
correctly.
Yeah.
Do I see anyone in there?
Immediate glance, no,
Is the door closed?
it is closed. Yes.
Okay. What I'm going to do is, as quietly as I can, I'm not going to open the door. I'm just going to test the handle. Is it locked?
You give it kind of just a soft turn, and no, you're not met with any sort of resistance outside of just the natural resistance of a doorknob.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. We can cut back to the other group.
Okay.
For now.
So, unless Venom Knight, you guys are opening other doors or giving some new orders,
Yep.
You guys kind of just make your way through the space. You notice a couple of these storage compartments that are opened, but at an immediate glance, nothing comes in. There's nothing inside them.
Okay.
Understood.
So we just keep on moving, working our way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kind of just, we'll say there's probably like one or two more hallways of kind of just these compartment spaces until you're met with, again, the pedestrian styled stairs that lead up to the second, third, and fourth floor.
Sounds good. Same way like we did entering the building. I'll just kind of try to sneak my way up, being as quiet as I can, and looking around.
Okay. Kind of just, so you're making your way, making the climb up now.
Yes.
Okay. So kind of just immediately coming into the stairs, you have like a nice little directory. Like a first and second floor are labeled as storage. Third floor is kind of just noted as equipment, and fourth floor is kind of just reserved as office space.
Okay. I want to radio Yuki just in case that helps her, and just give her the layout of what I'm seeing. Then
Okay. Whereabouts is that before or after I find the dusty footprints in the door? Testing the door.
You tested the door,
Mhm.
and then you've now received a radio call.
Okay. Yeah, I'll back up away from that door and answer. I'll be like, thanks for the layout. Just a heads up. I have found dusty footprints leading into a closed door with office furniture on the inside arranged correctly. Don't see anyone immediately through a small window on the door. But this is also just in hushed tones. I'm just stage whispering.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't entered yet. I'm okay to wait for you guys if you want to clear all the way up to me.
it's up to you. If you're gonna go ahead and go in, just let us know. We'll slowly make our way up, though, just in case.
Clear the second floor, and I'm going to watch the door. And I'm just gonna play sentry up here. You clear the second floor and radio me again.
Sounds good.
And then I will position myself. So the if I'm getting this right, Yetter, at least the way that it's in my head is there's the pedestrian stairs and the footprints I can see on the stairs, and then it goes into a door that is really close to the landing of the stairs.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, great. And do the stairs lead into like a hallway, or do they kind of like lead up and it just kind of opens up into like it's like a hallway with doors along the hallway? Like what's the? I'm trying to think of like where I can position myself to just watch the door and without being like standing right outside of it in a hallway, you know.
So my idea is T intersection
Okay.
with doors to the stair, kind of just north. Your office space is in this T, kind of just in really close next to the pedestrian stairs.
Okay. So the stairs come up into a T shape.
Yeah, so kind of just a hallway going left and right, and then the hallway straight. You're
Okay.
currently in this straight hallway.
In the straight hallway. Okay. Okay. I'm going to I'll leave it up to you, but I will find a like an empty built room or something where I can just maintain a vigil if possible simultaneously on the stairway and the door to the office. If there's a place where I can see both of those in one line of sight,
Let's see.
and then if I have to choose one, I'm choosing the door to the office. But being close to the stairwell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, you're invisible, so you can stay out of sight
Oh yeah, that's true.
all you want. As far as
I forget that.
like not having your, I guess, your body out in the open, I'd say, but your only sense of cover, or at least getting out of this hallway,
Mhm.
we'll say, again, kind of just directly opposite of this closed door is an emptied, open door, kind of just office space. So that is an option if you so choose. You can maybe go around the corner and maybe find a different vantage point. Heck, I guess you can also open the doors to the pedestrian stairs as an option as well.
Oh, the stairwell had a door.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't. Okay, I see what I see. I understand now. All right, I thought it was just like an open stairwell, but it's
No. So far, everything has doors.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm understanding it now. Then yes. From the threshold of the stairs, if I open the door, shit, but the door's closed. No, okay, I'm just gonna stay out. I'm just gonna stay out, and I'm just gonna be out in the hallway, just watching the door.
Invisible.
Invisible.
Okay. All right.
It's easiest to act out of, and I'm invisible, so.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, maintain and watch. Group 2. Going into second floor. Rain Man, where exactly are you headed? Are you getting back with the group, or are you trying to meet with Simp again?
I will actually get up on the radio and kind of call out, "What's the situation, guys? I got Downpour with me. Do you need me with you, or should I get this upgrade thing, whatever it is, handled?
I think we're good.
What's going on?"
Plus, if you have Downpour with you, we don't want Downpour getting damaged. So
That
Roger that.
and if you go there, the building's only like 2 blocks away, anyways.
yeah,
I'll send you a signal if we need you. You'll know it.
Get the fuck over here now!
yeah. That's
I
a
was
good
thinking something.
signal.
Boop, 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 boop.
I was thinking something that involves thermite, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right, all right.
Back to
I'll
Plan B.
get this handled.
All right.
Flick.
So again, Rayman, will take you a bit of time, but we'll say you were already making your way over there anyways. Coming back into the abandoned district, you do cross paths with that lone security guard. Kind of just he pays you no mind, kind of just as you like either run past him or if you're trying to keep out of his sight, that's also an option.
Yeah, I'm just going past. Like, he probably knows what's going on out there already. He just doesn't care.
Yeah. Um, coming
I'm
into
2 days away from retirement on this shit.
basically. So coming back into
yeah.
the concert warehouse, you can see.
hmm
It seems like I guess like the closing act is now going on. Like Simp is off the stage. It appears to be kind of just a couple of kind of just more local bands that people want an encore of, or are taking the time since no one is claiming the stage. They're like, okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and do something.
It's like open mic night.
Basically, yeah. And yeah, party has definitely died down, but there's still a good portion of people still here, but you get the feeling that they're here for the drugs and alcohol more than they are for the music. Or at least this late into the night. And I mean, if you trying to go down the hallway you came from when you first met with Simp, like no one stops you, but there's also no one present there as well. Like, kind of just as you are, if you're heading that way, as you're making your way down.
Okay. That's interesting. Gonna keep my wits about me as I'm heading down to the original meeting spot.
Mm-hmm. So
Does it look like they're still present, or have they moved to another location?
and just as you're making your way down, you run in. I mean, I guess you don't run into, but you do spot. It appear again a number of these service droids that they all appear to be lined in order. They kind of just march in line, going down these stairs, and you watch as some of them kind of split off into different hallways, and just almost like ants in a line kind of deal. And some of them go into standby. Some of them actually hook themselves up and kind of just enter this recharging state.
I will go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as you keep making your way down, if you are,
Mhm.
you eventually do get back to the original meeting point, and
Alright.
things look just as you left it, to an extent. There's still a table, kind of just full of monitors, but rather than maybe 6 or 7 service droids that you initially saw entered in this room before, there's now maybe only 2.
Okay. And with no other clues, I will head up to the nearest one of the 2 service droids and kind of ding, ding, ding.
It kind of shakes its head a bit and turns to you, gives you a little dink dink dink.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was rude of me.
And you watch as one of the monitors on the TV, or on the table, turn on, and it's a service. Kind of just, again, the old wise kind of just Gandalf looking guy. He kind of just looks at you and he says, "Oh, back so soon."
Yep. When I get a goal in mind, I go for it. I have my little friend here. Can just pull out the little casket.
All right.
Are we going to be doing this or not?
Let's see. Can I communicate with it?
If there's a port around here, should be able to.
Let's see. And then his kind of just, you get the idea that his attention is now shifted from you and is now focused on the casket. And
Yeah.
he asks a very similar question. Can I communicate with you? And something, we'll say, like, kind of just as you were making your way to this warehouse, getting Downpour kind of just up to speed of everything, if you do, they get more and more kind of silent, or kind of just more and more anxious, and rather than giving any sort of kind of just vocal kind of just communication, you kind of just watch the green light on this little black box kind of just flash. Okay, just, you then watch as there's some, you hear kind of just the whirring and buzzing of machinery, and it appears a console has opened up and has ejected itself like a little port, a little something that you can connect to.
All right. As I approach the terminal, I'm going to stop, look down at the casket, at Downpour. Your choice, buddy. Yes or no?
Again, that confirming green light flashes at you.
Just kind of, Rayman just kind of scratches his head for a second. Okay. Well, here goes everything. Grabs the cable, plugs it in.
There is immediately plugging into the cable. Kind of just, are you holding the black box while you plug it in?
Uh-huh.
Okay. It gets hot, like extremely hot. That if you hold on to it during this whole process, it's gonna burn your hand kind of hot.
That's concerning. That's in out of character.
And then kind of just, you watch as this kind of just it's basically this kind of just large console of kind of just knobs, dials, and lights and whatever else. They start bursting. They wire fizz out. Some of them explode, and this happens for a good solid 10 seconds before everything falls silent. Your casket feels, it's still warm, but it feels empty in a way. And you suddenly feel like this presence behind you.
Like, before I feel the presence, I look at the casket. Buddy?
This is weird.
Yeah.
As a voice kind of just calls out from behind you.
I whip around.
One of the other service droid that was in the room, it's now moving. It's where every other service droid you've encountered so far, even the ones that the NHPs seem to have possessed, all of their movements were mechanical, like routine. This one is very fluid in its movements, kind of just very natural, like within the scope of its servos, gyros, and gears and all that. And
Okay, so mechanical but fluid. Gotcha.
yeah, and
Okay.
it
Fluid mechanic.
yeah, kind of it's looking at its kind of claw-like hands, and it's looking at you now, and kind of just does a little waving motion. It's just like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Can you hold
Holy
your gun?
Oh my! Wow. I I'm not sure what I was expecting, but okay. Service. Is this what you meant by? Marcus is just gonna pretty much run right up to Downpour and just give him a big old fucking bear hug.
All right. He there's kind of just a yelp of kind of just surprise. He's like, oh, this is this is this is really weird. And
You're damn right about that, buddy.
and he's like, I can feel you. He's like
Yeah.
he's like
I'll bet.
he's patting you around, and kind of just kind of just grabs on you for a second, and just like, wow. Kind of just turns his head around, and it's like, I can hear, I can see, I'm like you.
Ah, wow. This is. And to think, all this is initially just from. Yeah. Wow. Oh, the boys are not gonna believe this.
And as we talk about the boys, scene transition. So, Venom and Knight, you guys are doing second floor right now.
Yep.
You are coming across, again, same styled storage containers. Opening any up, or simply kind of just going through?
Does it look like any of them been opened recently?
We'll say kind of halfway kind of through your inspection, you do come across a door that does seem to have been operated recently. It's like slightly ajar. It's kind of just maybe like a tick off the ground kind of deal.
Okay, I'll definitely open that one then.
Stealthily, or you just
Stealthily.
okay?
Or attempt to be stealthily.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll for me.
I'm just gonna start using thermite charges.
Yeah. So unfortunately,
Real.
kind of just you go for a stealth flow approach, but whereas I guess with it being like slightly off the ground, it kind of just you weren't expecting, or it's just that you weren't used to its movement, you couldn't quite get it down. And in this one, you actually see kind of just equipment out and about. There appears to be kind of just various style kind of just suitcase monitor kind of looking devices, a number of cargo containers, each sporting some sort of company logo. One of them opened, but at your current perspective, just looking into this, you don't see quite what's inside unless you go in for a further look. And yeah, that's about it, really.
Okay. I'll radio to Yuki, let her know may have found some toys, and I'll look at the one that's opened, see what's in.
Okay.
Was there another audible sound from the fourth floor when he opened that?
Yeah, it sounded a little closer than the other distant thud.
Sure. I'll just click twice in acknowledgement for the radio clicks. Won't say anything. I'm just, after hearing that noise again, I'm really paying attention to the inside of the room that I'm monitoring. If I can hear movement or see shadows, anything like that.
Gotcha. Um. So Venom kind of just going into the space, looking into this container. You see what appears to be some sort of mechanical device. It has treads at the bottom of it. It's able to move around, roll around, and a kind of just a rather large-sized minigun, kind of just on top of it. It it looks very
Oh,
familiar.
yes.
It's the same one from the. Holy shit!
Wait.
Shit.
Huh.
And kind of just as you kind of just approach it, you didn't quite have the most stealthful approach.
Uh-oh.
Kind of just as you kind of just lean over, not really careful where you're going. Lights start to boot up.
Should I dash at this thing?
I am still invisible, if that matters, by the way.
It responded to the sound, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you hear the buzzing and the whirring as treads start to move and gun starts to rotate.
I'm going to do exactly what I did last time we encountered one of these things, and which is try to tackle it.
So you are trying to tackle kind of just this
Yeah,
heavy
grab
metal
the gun,
device
pull-
currently in a box.
It's in a box?
Yes.
Oh, well, that makes things harder.
I mean, you could. Fuck it. Go ahead and roll.
Fuck it. Fuck
And
it.
would that be fists to faces?
I will allow it. Yeah.
All right, we are fist to faces-ing the robot.
Doesn't quite have a face, but yeah.
Fisting the robot.
Yeah. So, Knight, you've heard this noise before.
Mhm.
You know where it's coming from. You know what it is. You're just going for like a straight tackle, or are you trying to like pull it out of the box?
I want to I mainly get control of the gun and make sure it's not, pointed in a relatively safe direction, and then, disable it.
Okay. Easiest, in my mind, the easiest way I can envision that is, oh, it's open on the top, the box. You go
Mhm.
in and just yank the gun off.
Yep, works for me.
All right. You're not quite fast enough to prevent it from firing, but bullets go crazy. They shoot off in some other direction. Neither you or Venom are hit. But we'll say, Yuki, you do hear a rather loud, like a 3 burst of a gun going off.
At that point, I'm going to enter the room.
Okay.
And I have my pistol drawn. What do I see?
So at an immediate glance, there's maybe like, we'll say like 2 sort of kind of round table cubicle looking things. Could sit maybe 4 people having their own private desk. This first cubicle, nothing present, nothing at all. It's not until you get to the second one, as you're making your way around, that you see somebody on the floor.
Is it a man, woman?
Getting a closer look, does appear to be a man, your target.
Does he have a beard?
Yep.
So is he asleep or is he alive?
You see, kind of just at a glance, getting closer and closer. Pool of blood at the bottom. one through the chest, one through the head.
Does the blood look fresh or dried?
It's definitely been there, but still fresh to an extent.
Status? That's in the radio, by the way. Status.
Oh, well, after all that went down, I look at Knight and say, I definitely owe you a beer. And answer back that no one definitely fucked up again. And we're good. But we
Go ahead.
Big thumbs up.
What's your status up there?
I took the gunshots as a cue to move in on the room. Our target's dead.
Does
Not
it
me.
look like... Are there bullet holes in the floor?
I don't think there are.
Okay, so it wasn't me. Good.
I was thinking the same thing.
That's why I asked if the blood was brand new or not. Like, if it was just spooling out, I would have been real unfortunate.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna make my way up to the floor to look at the body.
Okay.
Yeah, as you guys are coming up, I'll say,
Yeah.
someone beat us to the punch, but did not collect, so it's ulterior motives.
Okay. Night Venom coming out of this cargo container. You now hear numerous whirring threads across
Holy shit!
across floor as
Uh-oh.
and then a heavy thud as it now seems like something is trying to break out of one of the containers you walked past. And there's
Okay.
now two more of these kind of just little drones kind of just rolling across the hallway about making their way to you. Night, you're not invisible. They see you.
Is there a window in this room?
What's the plan if there is?
Jump out the window.
All right, yeah, easy. If that is what you want to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, how many are there's a lot, right? Like probably more than I should be able to handle.
There is two in your you can immediately see coming in, out of the container in the hallway. You hear heavy thuds against numerous containers as it sounds like something is trying to break out of them.
So there's only two that are like immediate threats.
Yes.
All right. I want to try to take one of them and throw it into the other one.
Okay, easy. I will say though that dashing up. Let's see. Actually, I'll roll. Okay, so dashing up to them. Yeah, they can. What you can 100% do that, but one of them is going to get a shot off. As you're.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna apply
Got
fist
two
to
legs,
faces
I don't need
again.
one.
Let's see. Let me pull up your pilot sheet.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This would either I would do either a fist to faces preferably or show off, but I'm not using my weapon is the thing. Usually, it's usually not exclusively with your weapon. Yeah. Yeah, I have apply fist to faces, show off, and assault. I am kind of grappling though, so that's why I'm hoping for fist to faces again.
Yeah. I'm just trying to look up your own evasion.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, go
That-
right ahead.
You're kidding.
No.
Uh-oh, Jack, that window is looking really good right now.
I
Okay.
rolled a 5.
So
Sucks.
coming down at this hallway, charging one of these drones, it fires.
Okay.
Thankfully, it misses due to your
Yay.
own rather kind of just evasive efforts. But those kind of evasive efforts made you stumble a little, and you couldn't quite get a good grab on one of these robots. but you're now right next to them.
Okay. Well, in that case, let's just I think I'll just try to the one that I'm closest to then I'll just classic rip the turret off of it.
Okay.
And
While you're attempting that, Venom, is there anything that you want to do in this situation?
So we took out the only one that's in the current storage container, right? There was only one in there,
There was one open storage container.
right?
There
one
were
we was-
others closed of similar size, but this open one having the drone in it, you have disabled it. It is now broken, destroyed, all that.
Okay. I guess I'll go out there with Knight. Like I ran out behind him, I guess, when he ran out.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe attempt to hack one of the little
one I'm
droid
not
things.
attacking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's one next to Knight that Knight has basically in his grasp, so to speak. There's this other one not being bothered, having its barrel easily pointed at Knight. So I'm guessing that's the one you want to hack.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see it.
Woo,
All right.
just barely.
Yep.
Cutting it close, gentlemen.
Yep. Just barely, kind of just in this rather quick kind of just situation. All you can really do at the moment is just simply turn it off.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Knight, you kind of just hear the startup of a gun about to roll, and then it slowly stops.
Close one.
Yep.
I look at him and says, "Now you owe me a beer."
Uh,
And yeah. So now let's go ahead and. Oh, is this 14 that you rolled for?
Yeah.
Okay.
ripping turret off.
Yeah, ripping the turret off, easy. Kind of just, again, you hear the sparks, kind of just the whirring and stopping of the drone in front of you.
Awesome.
And then you finally hear kind of just a crashing thud as a large mechanical claw comes out of one of the storage containers and is now breaking the door apart.
Seems problematic.
Over the radio, you hear what's going on down there.
Oh, just the Benny Hill theme.
Big claw.
Would I have enough time to run up after seeing the claw start ripping to place the thermite charge near that door? I'm gonna use these things one way or another. in this session.
Yeah, 100%. I'm down for that, but
Oh man.
you know
It's
what?
really more of, it's more of a trap type deal.
Okay.
Oh, but we need, okay.
Yeah, you can 100% throw that down, but any effects that you might see of it going off, it's not going to happen until this next round.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in radio Yuki and said, "Hey, we got some problems down here."
Okay. I'm going to immediately look around. So the guy is dead on the ground, right in
Mhm.
front of me.
Take a photo.
I don't have the camera.
That's me with the
But I
camera.
will. I am gonna get him out. Is there anything on the desk next to him, or does it look ransacked?
You see, again, one of these kind of suitcase styled computers,
Okay.
busted, like broken. Screen torn apart, whatever keyboard that was present is now just gone. It's broken in pieces. The only thing that's really there anymore is some sort of corporate logo on the top of this monitor. Of
What
the,
is the logo?
let's see. It is. It's 3 letters. SSP.
SSP.
Yes.
All right. So the computer looks damaged beyond anything, any data salvageable.
Yeah, no.
There's nothing. Okay, gotcha. Into the radio, I'm gonna ask, can y'all get out on your own, or do you need my help? Because I gotta get this body out.
We may can manage. Yeah, you might want to get out quick. I might about to be doing something.
Okay. I'm gonna get the body, and I'm gonna go back up the fire escape through the roof, and then scale down the building from the ladders on the outside with the body and as well.
Okay.
Dead fucking weight, but
Yeah. Yeah, 100% down for that. I want to roll simply to see kind of just as a measure of time of how long this takes you. Kind of just.
Gotcha.
Oof.
Okay. So yeah, that will come up later
Yeah,
though.
it takes me 1 minute.
Takes you
One second right there, as we can see.
Yeah, 1 second, one solid second.
Yep.
So, all right. So picking up the body, you start making your way back where you came. Back to kind of just the combat that's going on. Knight, you were at the start of basically this initiative.
Mm-hmm.
What's the goal? What's the plan here?
So I see a big claw, and that's what I see. That's pretty much it.
A big claw coming out of one of these storage compartments, ripping the door apart.
How ripped apart is the door?
It is getting larger and larger, kind of just as time is progressing.
How big are like person sized?
Have you ever been to like a U-Haul styled kind of just place before? I'm thinking like that size of door. Just rather big. It's meant for storage.
And what about the claw? How big is the claw?
The claw is bigger than a person, yes. If that
Bigger
if
than a
that
person.
if
Okay,
that is
yeah.
the question.
All right, I want to grapple the claw.
All right. Let's go ahead and see.
We're all fucking dying.
As I
Alright.
see this, I radio to Rain Man and say, "Hey, you might want to come clean up our bodies."
Oh wait, have you planted the explosives already?
Yep.
Oh.
No, it's more of a contingency. Like if you fail this,
Oh,
it's
okay.
going boom.
All right, cool. Yeah, all right. Well, I thought as long as they're not timed and set to boom.
No. It's on a trigger.
Okay, cool. And that, yeah, I grapple the claw.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and roll for that.
Come on. Woo! Very
Okay.
good.
Yeah. So it's very wrench style power loader, kind of just two things slammed together, forming a claw. You are able to kind of just. Are we trying to keep them apart, or are we trying to keep them closed?
I want to keep it closed.
Okay. So you're kind of just bear hugging this thing, keeping it closed, and
Yeah,
for all intents and
tearing apart the
purposes,
door.
you have control of it at the moment. You have this
Sick.
one claw. It is kind of just as you're kind of just have this thing grappled, you hear again another crashing thud as the other claw
Oh, no.
Oh no!
comes out and it goes to try to slam on you.
They never expect the second claw.
Wait till the third claw.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, this one misses.
Oh,
So
man.
Let's go.
it goes to slam on you, but you like either you saw it coming, you had a sixth sense, you kind of just wiggle your way, kind of just in such a way that it hits itself in it to an extent, dealing no damage to you.
I am a combat genius.
And let's see, it does go try to like wave you off, but again, you honestly have control of it. It can't really do anything at this moment. It's not out of the compartment just yet, but again, you are hearing numerous other compartments being slammed against and other drones kind of just starting up.
Hmm. Should we? I'll turn back to Venom and be like, "Should we leave?"
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm
So
going for the window.
so Venom, it is currently your turn though. What's the
Oh.
plan?
Um, I like nights though. I'm not gonna do that.
We also like yourself too.
Yeah. Uh, I guess after all that went down, and he looked at me and said we should leave. I'm running past him, going, "Yeah, we need to go."
Okay. So your options are there are a number of windows that you can just dive out of. There's the stairs that you came out of, but unfortunately, that's where you're hearing a lot of this noise acting up. And there is the fire escape stairs that you are able to take. That are there. Those still seem to be accessible.
Uh, I'm thinking the fire escape for me, because yeah, fire escape.
All right. So I'm guessing you're just hightailing, booking it out of there.
Yeah, you want me to roll, get somewhere quickly?
Um. Well, are you? I guess my idea is: are you leaving night behind as you're dashing for it, or are you kind of just? Are you like stopping at the stairs and waiting to see if night follows?
Uh,
Big question.
I'd definitely wait for a second, but honestly, I don't have his brute strength, so I can't help him with the claw.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So not trying. You're not helping Knight, but you're not really abandoning him. You're kind of just waiting at the stairs.
Yeah, pistol drawn, just uh, you know, try or giving him cover
Gotcha.
if he needs
All right.
it. I would say that I do have the detonator. My other hand has the detonator ready for whenever he turns the corner or gets free.
Gotcha. All right. Back to the top then. Knight, it's your go. What's the plan here?
I want to disengage the claw and jump out the window.
All right. Easy peasy. You're able to dive out of the window. Let's get a. Are we being careful about how we're diving, or are we just simply getting the hell out of Dodge?
I'm gonna like full on like cross my arms, bash through the glass, superhero landing. So I want to use show off.
Okay. Okay.
You want to flip it off while you're at it too?
Yeah. No, I don't. I won't do that. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Actual
Nice.
natural 20.
Perfect. So, exactly like you described, arms crossed, dive out in the window. Uh, do a roll or two. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah.
And superhero land right outside.
Let's go.
The passing, you see kind of just the passing security guard kind of just wave his light at you for a second. He's just like, huh, good going, kid.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
Yeah. Let's see. It does at this point. This mini mech thing, it's busted down the door now. You kind of, if you've ever seen Aliens, it is exactly like the power loader, kind of just this big, heavy, autonomous machine. And no, you don't see like any sort of kind of just weapons attached. It seems to be like a repurposed construction machine. But its focus is now it's scanning, and Venom, you get the idea that it somehow sees you.
Seeing Knight go flying out the window in his glorious display, he's dumbstruck.
Yeah.
Well, now that I cleared out the glass for you, if you want to follow.
I'm not going anywhere near that claw.
Fair.
But after seeing that though, and getting over what he just witnessed, he's gonna set off the thermite, open the door, and try to take off.
Okay.
I do have blow something up. If you want me to roll that.
Let's see it.
God dang it.
No.
Oh,
It was a dud.
Yeah.
bad thermite mix.
All right. So, um, so Venom, you go to squeeze it. You hear an explosion, but you look back, and it seems completely unfazed. Like it is walking out of the fire, kind of just no scratch on it for
Oh,
misplacement, or maybe this thing is just resistant to explosions. You don't know, as it kind of just in the chaos of the situation. But you are much faster than it. You are able to either descend or ascend down the stairs and get out.
well, I'm definitely descending. I ain't going upstairs.
Gotcha.
On the way downstairs, I radio Knight and Yuki and check on them.
Night, you're safely outside. Yuki, kind of just you are ascending the stairs or the ladder. It is tough.
Fuck me. God damn.
This guy really need to lose some weight.
You whole building.
He's definitely dead weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The explosion going off does not help you at all, but it is at this point that you do manage to get onto the roof.
I'll fucking throw him down on the ground. Be like, fuck you. And I pull out my radio and just like, holy shit. This guy's so fucking fat. Oh my god. I'll just kick him off the building. And then I'm just gonna descend.
Okay. You hear a
He's already dead.
he is 100% already dead, and then you hear a rather metallic thud as it now shows that he had metal legs.
Oh fuck.
No wonder he was so heavy.
Oh my god.
Metal pipe falling sound effect.
Hang on, wait. I think I got that. Oh no, he disabled the soundboard. Never. Ping. All right.
He's a smart man.
All right. I'm descending the fire escape.
Perfect.
I hope I didn't hit Knight with the dead body falling from the sky.
How close does it clang down to me?
Maybe. No.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
I was just gonna say maybe it fell at the same time the security guard was complimenting him, but then the timeline wouldn't really add up. But
We'll go with it though. Kind of just so Knight superhero landing. You see the security. Oh, good work, kid. And then
Yeah.
very heavy thud right next to you.
Mm. I'm not even phased. I don't even flinch.
Mm-hmm. And then the explosion goes off, and this guy's like, "Oh, fuck!"
I maintain direct eye contact with the guard. I
Yeah.
do not break eye contact with them.
You don't, but he certainly is now looking at this explosion, and he's just seeing you just see this transition of kind of just I'm just minding my own business to like absolute dread at how much paperwork he has to fill out now.
Don't worry about it.
God damn it, I have to do my job.
Exactly. And
Hey, man, go get yourself a drink. Maybe a lot of drinks, and you won't even remember. There's a party going on real close.
he's thinking about it, and you kind of just watch as he kind of just he knows it. He doesn't want any part of this. You watch him kind of just simply, not in a rush, simply just walks away.
Good man.
And we'll say at this point it's you see kind of just Rain Man and one of these service droids kind of just come into your direction, Knight.
I'll give them a little salute as they're approaching up, and then I'm gonna look down and examine the body. Probably like kick it once or twice, and then yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll wait for the group to reassemble.
As I'm approaching, I see the body. Is it face down, face up? What?
We'll
It's
say,
Yamcha death pose.
yep, face down, Yamcha death pose. Kind of just there's this nice little crater of kind of just where the body is now, because he's a heavy man, heavy thud.
Makes sense.
Yep. So, but kind
I
of
just look at the body. I look at Knight,
It wasn't me.
face palm.
It wasn't me. I wish it was me. Truly, I surely wish it was me.
I'm stepping down from the ladder. I uncloak. I'm just like, it wasn't me either. He was dead when I found him. I think clearly there's something bigger going on. Someone killed him, but didn't collect the bounty. So there's a third party.
The
involved.
bounty was to bring him in alive.
Okay,
Okay, well,
motherfucker.
someone
I
beat us to
told
him.
you already. He was dead when we got to him.
I know, but I'm saying we're probably fucked on the bounty now.
Well,
I mean, the bounty did say dead or alive. It was just we got bonus stuff for bringing them in alive.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Can we
fine,
weekend
fine.
at Bernie's this?
there's nothing.
I think the
We
bullet
can't
holes
really
are
do
not allowed.
anything now.
Does anybody have a revivify
Anyway,
spell?
yeah.
Yeah.
if only.
Mm.
Someone cast Speak with Dead. We can figure out who killed him.
I
Yeah.
got a necklace for that.
As you guys are kind of just having this conversation, you hear kind of just the metallic thud, thud, thud
Oh
as
fuck!
this
Oh, it's
This-
coming for it.
power loader crashes out of the window that you came out of, Night,
No.
and is about to drop on you guys unless you book it.
I look up and say, "Oh, come the fuck on!"
I'll turn to 9. Like, grab him. Let's
What?
go.
Okay, I will use my big boy muscles to grab the well. Yeah, I was gonna cut off his legs, but now I won't do that. I'll pick him up and
Maybe we should
Try to haul as much as I can.
after we turn him in.
already threw him off a roof.
Okay, that was in the essence of saving time.
He already has a couple of post-mortem injuries that are gonna pick up on the.
No, his legs took the brunt of it.
But yeah, let's get out of
We're
Dodge.
saying
I'll
this
pick,
as we're running.
I'll pick up the body.
Yeah. Now you're a big man. I'll say the focus is definitely not on the robot that is chasing you. It's very much trying to get the hell out of Dodge. So yeah, if all of you guys are simply dashing away, you can outrun it and get out of there.
We should ask Simp if they have any surveillance of personnel entering and leaving this building within like the past 20 minutes. I'm gonna. Where are we headed? Because
Oh,
I'm
fuck-
gonna. I want to
Fuck
go
away
ask
from that
Simp.
robot.
Yeah, I feel like we should. How the fuck are we gonna conceal a body? I'll let you guys figure that out. I'm gonna head back to Simp.
Right. I look at Rayman and tell him to call it Sugar Mama.
Yeah, we should call her. We should call her while the body's still warm-ish.
This is all cocked up. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to ring up Captain Oda.
Okay. And kind of just you're waiting for a pickup. Kind of just everyone else is kind of just moving. Downpour kind of just looks at all you guys, looks at the body you're carrying, and says, "Oh, is this what you guys usually do off the ship?"
Not usually. No.
Yes.
This is
I look at Downpour and just kind of look at Rain Man and go, "Who? What is this?"
That's Buddy. That's Downpour. I don't know how, but all I know is service has something to do with it.
So that's
He's
what
got
he
a body
meant.
now. Yeah.
Yippee.
I just kind of poke at Downpour, trying to figure him out.
yeah. He kind of just you watch the robot kind of just like shiver a little bit. It's like, oh, and then he just starts poking you. It's like, this is weird.
Well, I meant like trying to not like actually poking with my finger, but like poking
Oh,
around,
gotcha. Okay,
just studying him, I guess.
gotcha. He got. We'll say he again. He'll be like you. He's poking around you. He's examining you. He says, "Huh, this is what you look like."
I look at him and said, "You are a lot uglier than I imagined," in a
Yeah.
joking way.
Mm-hmm. And then it's at this point that you manage to get Captain Oda on the line. Rayman.
So
You hear a very very tired woman kind of just on the other end on the other line. It says, "I'm guessing this is bad news."
Put her on speaker.
good news, we found Caspar. Bad news, apparently he was already dead.
It's
Big robot.
silent for a second. Do you need extraction?
Are we still being chased by a big robot?
Um, you outrun it. Like it is a slow moving construction worker. You guys are human with legs that function. You can easily outrun it. It's kind of just once you get out of sight, you no longer kind of just hear it chasing you.
Okay, cool.
But is it stalking us?
We're probably gonna need extraction because I'm pretty sure you don't want news of a body traveling around the station going up.
I'm just carrying it on my shoulder. So yeah.
You kind of just hear some shuffling as it sounds like she's getting up. Um,
Oh, you do got rid. You're getting her out of bed.
Mhm. and all right, give me your exact location.
All right, I'll rattle off the coordinates in the station.
All right, kind of just. Oh, so that's where you are. She kind of just mutters
Yeah,
and
yeah, nice little place, ain't it?
yeah, kind of just can hear the clacking of keys and she says, "Okay, make your way west."
All right.
Westbound.
Gonna start heading off in that direction. Yuki, you still out of
Oh
character?
yeah,
You
no,
still
I'm
heading down
booking
to
it to.
Simp?
I'm booking it to Simp. Yep.
All right. If the call with Captain Oat is over, I will. Damn it! I will radio Yuki and tell her that we've got a ride sorted out.
Don't wait for me. I'm having a conversation with Simp. I'll just meet you back at the ship.
Don't get yourself killed out there.
No, I'm not doing anything dangerous.
Alright. So Yuki, making your way back to the concert warehouse, it has very much died down. You see people high off their asses, kind of just collapsed, kind of just against the wall. Some people drunk, puking, and all that. Anyone sober is simply grabbing their equipment and leaving. No one tries to stop you going down the hallway. You're not seeing anyone outside of mechs, outside of these service drones, kind of just charging at stations and coming down into kind of just your meeting room, so to speak.
Yeah.
It honestly looks pretty cleared out. There's actually no, there's only kind of just one service droid kind of just doing like a kind of just a sweeping motion.
Mm-hmm.
And just like walking about, sees you. I'm guessing you're visible.
Yeah, I'll be visible.
Okay, he kind of just waves at you.
I'll wave. I'll look around and feel like, is Simp here?
Kind of points to itself, giving thumbs up, and does like a little dance, kind of just making music gesture.
Oh, solitude. Where can I speak to service?
You watch as kind of just lights on the face. So like these droids have eyes. They have kind of just lights on their head. You watch as they light up, and a voice speaks and says, "You want to speak to service?"
Well, what I want to do is I remember you guys have very good surveillance of the abandoned district, and I need a records on a very specific building for like the past hour, and I would like to access that. So whoever can do that for me.
It glances over at the destroyed console and just looks back at you. Kind of just we're moving locations. I can send the message.
They moved location.
Yeah.
Is this common? Do they always constantly moving around? I guess that makes sense.
When stuff doesn't work anymore.
Was that broken of your own volition, or was that maliciously broken?
It was an expected occurrence.
Okay. Yeah, if you just let me know where they moved to, I can go and meet them there.
When we get a place settled, yeah.
So until then, I won't be able to access any surveillance records.
No.
Okay. How long does it usually take you guys to set up shop somewhere new?
Okay. Kind of just shrugs. And is like, well, there's like 7 of us. We all have to agree on a place, and everyone has to
Oh,
be
Lord.
comfortable with it. And it's just like,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
it takes a bit.
Yuki said all that out loud. So there's really no way to access surveillance records.
Not through us, but I mean, we're not.
You guys when we were having our conversation earlier, you were flashing. You guys had cameras all over the abandoned district.
Yeah, and then he points to basically all the destroyed hardware.
Okay. So at least answer me this. I understand now that nothing can happen until you guys are set up. Once you guys get set up, would you even have the ability to look back on past records, or is it only what you starting fresh from then?
I mean, we'll be able to, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess just contact us. Yeah, I guess just let us know when you guys are settled, because I'd really need to. I need some information that you are the only one who can access. So, and well, thanks for all that you've done. Yeah. And then you'll just turn around and just kind of hit like a broken whatever on the ground away, just kind of walk out frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Master of conversation.
Yeah, very upset that in the like 15 minutes that they were gone, Sip decided to just self implode and just become the most useless piece of garbage. And then Yuki is going to head back to that building, invisible.
The Northern Warehouse?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, current party members all assembled. You guys get to kind of just the west side of the district. There you do see what appears, we'll say, like is a North Star Humvee, kind of just parked outside. Only one armed guard, it looks like. You kind of just, he's scanning. They're scanning. They see you. Are you guys moving forward or?
Yeah, I'll just body over my shoulder. I'll do a big wave, walk around to the back, pop the trunk, toss the corpse in, and just like take a seat
All right.
somewhere.
Okay. So yeah, guard doesn't stop you. Heck, the trunk opens up for you, and
Fancy.
yeah. Everyone, I'm guessing then closes doors, hops in, and all that.
I really cocked this one up.
We didn't do anything.
I would like to know what happened. As kind of just you guys see Captain Oda kind of just in the cabin space with you.
Oh Jesus!
It's like that one scene of The Office where they're like in the bar, and then Dwight is like watching someone else, and then Angela just comes up right next to us, like "fuck."
Yeah, basically exactly that. That's Knight's reaction.
They're gonna have to fill you in on that because all I know is the Caspar's dead.
We
I was handling another part of our mission that we're doing.
were given intelligence about the building that Casper might be located in, and we pincer maneuvered the building. We had one operative come in from the top and two come in from below. Team top got to him first, and he was already capped by the time we got there. Then a whole bunch of killer droids started booting up and trying to unalive us, so we ran away with the body. And now we're here. The building is probably still standing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You
Maybe.
kind of watch as she kind of just has like this very iPad-esque tablet in her hand. Does some like swiping gestures. Turns it to you, and you see kind of just you see the building you guys came out of. You see kind of just the wreck side. You see kind of just this marching, kind of just loader droid, kind of just doing a sweep around the building. And she says, "This the one?"
That is the big robot.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Seems to type a few things. Kind of just does a motion to her ear and says, "All right, move in." And turns her attention back to you guys. And so he was there, dead.
Yes.
Correct.
What wounds did he have?
2 in the
Shot
chest.
through the
1 in
chest. Yeah, shot through the head and chest.
Yeah,
Although Yuki's not there.
that.
and you have no idea who did it.
Not a clue.
They got there before we did. Got out before we did.
We're
But-
looking into it though.
We are looking into it.
Did Yuki happen to mention what was on the case?
Oh, I did not say anything about the logo on the case.
Okay, so we don't know about that. Okay.
No, you don't know
She-
that.
She seems to, again, controlling the pad, zoom, enhance, shows you the picture of the kind of just this loader droid and says, "Whose is this?"
Well, funnily enough, we've been attacked by the same brand of robots before back on a carrier kind of transport base cruiser ship, and all the technology on that was unmarked, and these seem to be unmarked as well. These drones and turrets. We're not really sure. Or at least I'm not.
She kind of just glances at you, Rain Man, and Venom, kind of just asking, not verbally asking, but definitely looking at you, seeing, is all this true?
Yep.
Again, type some things, kind of just motion to the ear and says, "Cross routes everything in system and out of system. See where this came from." And she relaxes to an extent. And it kind of just motions to you all, looks quizzically at the service droid that's in the space with you. Kind of just sitting right next to you, Rain Man. Seems to wave at her. Tilts its head at you and says, "Is she the one?"
Am I also sitting next to Downpour?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I kind of attempt to jab him in the quote unquote ribs and tell him to shut the fuck up. Whispering.
Yep. Captain Oda, this is my personal, now apparently upgraded NHP Downpour.
She
I
looks
look
at it.
nah.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
You kind of just watch as she initially kind of just had a scanning kind of just visual of all of you, but her focus now is completely on Downpour. She's kind of just examining it and just gauging it. And just all right. Kind of just again glancing at all of you. Did we lose one? Or are they somewhere else?
She is currently trying to figure out who killed Oh Buddy.
Gotcha. Any of you hurt?
Not yet.
No.
Kind of just fully relaxes now and says, "All right. Do I need to provide you guys with a place to stay, or can I just drop you off at your ship?"
Ship should be fine.
Ship's fine.
She bangs on the kind of just by the driver. There's a kind of just a wall separating you and the rest in the driver's cabin. And, feel it kind of just do a lurching turn, starts making its way to the spaceport. Yuki, you're kind of just now back at the northern warehouse.
Yes.
You see kind of just the scenery has changed a little. Fire seems hasn't engulfed the building, or it hasn't kind of just there's a fire going on, but it hasn't quite like destroyed everything. It's more of just like it's burning but not expanding kind of deal.
Gotcha.
And you see a destroyed kind of just mech loader with what appears to be 3 marine-like figures, kind of just all sporting IPSN kind of just logo wear. Seem to be comparing notes, taking pictures, and all that.
Is the fire on the inside of the building?
Yes.
How many? What floor is? Like, is it from like top to bottom? Is it like localized?
It's where the explosion came from.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm gonna be invisible, and I'm going to try to sneak past them and get back on the fire escape to go back up to the 4th floor.
For the hell
I'll
of
do
it.
another.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh God.
So kind of just you're running off of adrenaline. I think it's coming down a little. You're not quite as careful as you initially were.
Yeah.
No one can see you, but they're hearing like the crink and clank of metal. Kind of. So you watch as one of the Marines seems to shine their flashlight at you, but again, you're invisible, so they don't quite see anything. Doesn't seem to do much else. They turn their attention back to each other. One of them actually has their full attention at the building, and each of them are sporting like helmet wear, kind of.
Right.
You see various kind of just doodads and gadgets, kind of just all about them. And each one of them have a kind of just a little red light against what appears to be like a camera on the side of their
An
helmets.
IR camera.
Yeah. And
Yeah, they keep scurrying.
Yeah. Yeah, no one tries to stop you. No one shoots at you or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go back into the 4th floor. Providing the fire isn't preventing anything. And I'm gonna go back into the office where we found him dead. And I'm just gonna really just comb through it and just try to, like full Sherlock Holmes footprints looking. I'm really just trying to find anything that I can get my hands on.
Okay.
And that whether it be information or like physical computers, pieces of paper, anything that, Caspar might have been using this office space for. Also trying to find, just, like direction of where the killer might have left the building, whether it be back down the stairs, out the window, something, anything. I'm just trying to find anything I can get my hands on.
Okay.
All right.
Need you to roll.
$21 on the spot.
Yeah. So kind of just taking a glance about, kind of just doing Sherlock Holmes crime scene investigation, all that.
Oh yeah.
And kind of just your knowledge and expertise, like this was very much a surprise attack. He wasn't expecting it. It was a very clean kill. Whoever did this knew what they were doing. Kind of just glancing about, checking drawers, checking spaces. You find kind of just hidden like in a corner cubby kind of deal. You find what appears to be possibly his belongings. It really only consists of a sleeping bag, rations, and a liquor bottle with 2 glasses.
With 2 glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Barely anything in the bottle left. Both of the glasses being used, it looks like. But
both have been used.
Yep.
This was an inside job. Okay.
But as far as like any sort of other evidence goes, like there's nothing there. Like even looking for the bullet holes where apparently he was shot, like you're not seeing anything.
So like the window panes, it wasn't shot through the window.
No.
Okay. So the sleeping bag, the liquor bottle, and 2 glasses, and what else? What was the last one? I
Rations.
forgot. Rations. Yes. How many rations were there?
It
About how many days worth?
we'll say like it's like a large 10-pack, but honestly only looks like only 2 bars were eaten.
Okay. And the liquor bottle was almost empty.
Yeah. There's maybe a good last glass left.
Okay. And going down, because I didn't do it the first time, since shit hit the fan. But taking into account the time from initially finding him, running back to Samp, and then running back here, I'm gonna touch the blood and just like feel how coagulated it has become, and just try to get like a timeline.
Okay. So you know that he arrived somewhere in that complex today.
Yeah.
Gauging kind of just when you met with Simp, when you got the information, it's whatever, I would say kind of just in between that period. It was before the concert started, but like really close to it.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. And then I want to pay attention to the footsteps coming out of the room. Do they, not including my own, that went to and from the hatch a couple times now. The only other footsteps are just down the stairs.
Pretty much.
Okay. How constrictive is the fire on the 3rd floor?
You hear some rustling now on the 3rd floor, and kind of just the swishing of the kind of just extinguisher being spent.
Yeah.
Seems like people are inside putting it out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take his belongings. Put that whatever pack I have, or whatever. And then I'm just gonna go down to the 3rd floor. What was the 3rd floor? I forgot. The first 2 were storage.
Equipment.
Equipment, I think.
Yeah.
Was the 3rd? Okay.
Yep.
But it's all been contaminated at this point because the fire and the people putting it out. No.
The
No.
fire is on the 2nd floor. It's where
Right.
that's where the explosion happened.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is like the people on the 3rd floor with the extinguishers and everything, whatever clues might have been there are probably destroyed.
Again, the fire is on the 2nd floor. That is where you're hearing the
Okay, so I misunderstood. I thought when the switching and stuff were coming from the 3rd floor. I misunderstood.
My bad. I might have misspoke.
Okay. Then in that case, yes, I'm gonna go down to the 3rd floor. I'm gonna pay attention to the footsteps going down the stairs.
Mhm.
Because none of us went onto the 3rd floor. And I'm just gonna follow the footsteps at that point.
Okay.
When it gets to the 3rd floor, they just continue down the stairs.
When you get to the 3rd floor, there's pretty much not any dust to really follow. It seems like there was a lot of movement here on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
And kind of just glance, very similar structure and how the office space was arranged, kind of just doors across the hall, kind of just you're able to see inside kind of deal. But rather than desks and cubicles and stuff like that, you're seeing like server space and kind of just electronic components and all that jazz.
Server station electronic. Okay. Yeah. Server. Uh, can I? Are they powered?
Um, at a glance, kind of just you can only see lights coming from one of these rooms, and there's maybe like a dozen of them.
Okay, I'm gonna go to that room.
Okay, yeah, it seems to be kind of just large, mechanical devices, server hardware, and all that. They appear to be on. They appear to be running. You see, it's currently turned off, but you do see what appears to be some sort of access terminal.
Okay, I'm gonna boot up the terminal.
All right. Kind of just rather standard, kind of just Windows boot up screen, and yeah, you're doesn't really ask you for any sort of login. It kind of just boots up.
Sure, I'm gonna start just scouring like what's on this server that they have.
Okay. At a glance, there's absolutely nothing outside of what appears to be one sort of program executable.
Yeah, I'll exit the program.
All right. It at a glance and kind of just I'll say you kind of just know what this is. It's some sort of eraser program that deleted everything.
Okay,
Isn't that handy?
isn't that handy? Um. So now, this is like some nerd shit. Are the drives on this server are they solid state or are they disk?
Um,
I know what he's about.
they're solid.
Damn it. Okay.
Ah,
So this is some nerd shit. If they're a disk, when you delete stuff off of a disk drive, it doesn't actually delete anything. It just allocates it as usable space. So unless you write it over, the data is still there.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So since it's solid state, it's actually when you delete it, it's deleted. So can I use my Hackerman skills to try to see if there's anything left?
Sure, why not?
Fragments of fragments, maybe.
Yeah, fragments. Yeah.
Crumb of a fragment.
Woo.
Okay. Using your hacker skills, whoever did this was an absolute expert. There is absolutely nothing that you are able to salvage
Okay.
outside of the executable itself.
Wow.
Looking into the properties, looking into kind of just, I don't know, the code or whatever, you're able to see sort of the authorship of the program itself. And again, you see that SSP being labeled on the program.
Okay. I'm gonna download the program onto like whatever MDT I have, and I'll head back to the ship.
Okay.
And then I'll be right back. We got friends over, and their dog is barking at me through my door.
Unfortunate.
Oggy.
Apply fist to faces.
It hasn't failed me yet.
Mm-hmm. All right, rest of the gang, easily make it back to the ship. Unless you have any questions for Captain Oda, you guys are free to go.
I do want to kind of see if Rain Man can riz her up and we could still get the bounty or bonus.
Yeah, should we talk about
but-
payment before we get out of here? Or lack thereof?
Got an idea. This is probably gonna be a luck roll, but so I know this might be a bad time, but Captain Oda, dinner sometime?
She looks at you. She thinks about it.
Oh shoot, she's thinking.
I need to be in a better mood before that's an option, all right?
I kind of figured, but you miss all the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
I'm just kind of trying to usher everybody out of the Humvee now, like go.
I'll go to dinner with you, Rain Man.
Are you cooking?
Yes.
Oh no.
That's what I'm doing as soon as we get back. I'm cooking. I'm making something.
You got about a 20% chance it turns out all right.
So all of you are filing out. Funny enough, kind of just Downpour is following you guys, but his focus is entirely on the Humvee, on Captain Oda, kind of just as you're walking away.
As I'm noticing this, I tap him on the shoulder. You good? You good, Downpour?
Kind of just unfreezes to an extent. And
No, you can go ahead.
okay.
Just to remind myself.
Okay. He turns to you, kind of just Rayman, and says, "Does SSP mean anything?"
Oh, it's off the top of my head. It might be a subsidiary of Smith Shimano, but we'll have to look into that.
Going off of this, if possible, I'd like to go back in time, and then once I exit the building for the second time, I'd like to radio in to give the information about the SSP logo on the destroyed computer next to the body and on the server.
Okay. Yeah, you're freely able to express that information. We'll say like Downpour doesn't pick it up, like he didn't hear your message, but he kind of just tells Rayman that Downpour was reading all the messages that Oda was sending and receiving, and apparently her Marines kept mentioning like SSP equipment.
Wait. You were reading it on. Okay.
I mean, we all saw the screen, right?
No.
But she showed us.
Yes, but she was showing us. Never mind.
Kind of just Downpour kind of just looks at his hands. He's like, "What powers do I have?"
Oh no.
We're still finding that out, buddy.
We've unleashed a monster.
Oh well, it's just another Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, M. Bison.
Unless there's any other questions that you guys might have, kind of just, we'll say everyone, kind of just Yuki included, you all arrive back at the Raven, at the ship. And it's 100% kind of just like very early morning by this point. What's the plan here?
When I get back to the ship, I imagine they all beat me back there, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
Oh,
all of you are now here.
Gotcha. When I get back, I'll ask, how did the meeting with, or what happened after I left?
Not as bad as we were expecting.
I mean, I know, and I turn to Raymond. It's like I know that you had a lot of stake on this guy being captured alive. So, how's this impacting the entire deal?
Yet to find that out.
Okay. And Rayman, it's like Rayman. I'm sorry. I found him first, and he was definitely already dead.
Well, Yuki, and there was definitely no bullet holes in the floor, right?
There were no. Actually, funny you bring that up. There were no bullet holes anywhere in that room. Not through the window, not through the door. Whoever killed him knows what the fuck they're doing.
Hmm.
I also found a server on the 3rd floor that had been wiped completely clean. Absolutely nothing recoverable. But 2 things I noticed is that there are 2 instances of the logo SSP that showed up. One on a computer that was absolutely destroyed next to Cathbar's body, and then the executable that wiped the server was labeled SSP as well. So whatever this SSP group is seems to be at least partially have their fingers into whatever's going on here.
I've already told Downpour, but I have a hunch this is some Smith Shimano subsidiary. Just from the naming alone.
I mean, it's very possible, but wouldn't that be a 2 on the nose? SSP, SSC?
SSC is known to be very flashy with their stuff, aren't they?
That is true. And this is a DM question. Is there a this is just a space station, so there's not like a major union database here, is there?
This station is primarily run by, I mean the colony has their own government. They're not really part of Union. Union doesn't quite have a presence here, but
Okay.
I mean Union is assembling a fleet basically right next door, next to the big ass blink gate that's being built. So if you need Union intelligence, it can be accessible. You just need a way of getting in contact with them.
Okay. But it's not as easy as going to, like, on the orbital station around the planet, that big fucking Union base.
Yeah, that was a Union base embassy type of deal. They
Gotcha.
don't quite believe there's a presence like that here on Arizona.
Okay. All right. So if I wanted to scour Union databanks, I'd have to put in a request to do so, basically.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Who is our handler on the Arizona? I don't think I have that written.
Let's see.
Boris? No, wrong thing. I read.
Because I know Agent Marty is that's our dude, but we don't have any way to contact him.
Yeah, I think Boris is our alliance or union rep.
Okay. Sure. All right. Well, then I'm just gonna. All right. What's the plan going forward, then, gentlemen? One of the 3 dead kings accounted for, not in any way, shape, or form what we wanted to do. Oh, I have a theory. And then I'll pull up the liquor bottle and the 2 glasses. It's like I found this in his room. The liquor bottle's almost empty. The glasses are both used. So what I think this was an inside job. I think whoever killed him, Caspar trusted.
Some sort of power struggle happening inside the Kings, maybe.
Either that, or the Kings are wrapped up in this SSP, and Caspar might be operating outside of whatever SSP wants them to be operating in, so they took him out. It's one of those 2 options, in my opinion. But that's what I want to figure out what this SSP is. That's I mean, that's the first question. Tough stuff, man. Tough stuff.
Mhm. Bottom of bottle. Whoever this must have been whoever Casper was here to meet initially.
But you know, that's all I found. I'll pull out the rest of his belongings, the rations and the clothes or the sleeping bag. Like this is everything that he had.
Did the surveillance camera show you anything?
Did the what? Can you show me
The
anything?
surveillance from SILT.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you told us about that.
Yeah, about that. Funny you mentioned that up. I went back down to the basement there. They had destroyed all their equipment and are moving spaces. This is something I think I was talking to Solitude about it because Solitude was still down there. That was Solitude, right?
Yeah.
Woo, got it right. I was talking to Solitude down there, and he was telling me that they move around every so often, and that this was a planned thing. I just baffled that in the 15 minutes that we were gone, they decided to close up shop then. So no, I did not have any surveillance until they settle on a new place, which, according to Solitude, takes a long time because they have to find a place. Then they have to decide unanimously that it's the place that they all want to be. It's a whole thing. So I don't expect that information anytime soon.
My eyes kind of shifted downpour. And
Downpour might be able to talk to them.
look at Yuki. You said you don't think they're within him right now, do you?
I mean, no, I 100% think that they can see through his eyes right now. There's not a doubt in my mind that they are surveilling us as we speak. I'll turn to Downpour and I'll just wave. Be like, hey.
Downpour waves back at you.
Yeah, buddy.
And you kind of watch as Downpour seems to be like invested in your guys' kind of just local terminal. He's trying to figure out how the keyboard works. You keep watching him trying to singly click on the letter S, but he's got big meaty hands. It's just not working.
Tough, buddy.
Kind of just, can one of you search SSP? I don't have the hands.
I got you, buddy. And I'll come over and I'll see what the SSP brings up. I'll spend some time with Downpour. We'll try to figure out whatever we have access to. We'll just do some cursory searches.
Gotcha. What's the plan for the rest of you?
Early morning.
I don't want to go about the rest of the Dead Kings. I call over my shoulder.
What
Good
time
question.
is it?
It's like
Early morning.
4 a.m.
Really early morning.
So what are you cooking tonight?
Yeah, I'm about to make breakfast. Boom. Breakfast is served.
Hey, wow.
Breakfast is served.
Dude, that's 2 nat 20s from you today.
And rolls that really mattered.
Yep.
So, what'd you cook?
Let's see. Let's say it's like it's just hash browns, very crispy hash browns. So maybe if we have any meat, can make some sort of like breakfast meat with it. Eggs, Yeah. Since it's so early, maybe I took some. I'm spending extra time so we can come back to breakfast later, maybe. But make biscuits. So it's a banger of a breakfast.
Do we have our new mechs yet? Or is that still like we gotta get them printed?
Um, I mean, you guys currently don't have a printer, and
Yeah.
We'd have to go print them.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I know what I'm doing later in the morning.
Mhm. I'd say that Vincent takes a little nap after eating breakfast.
good, nice, short 8-hour nap.
That's 7.5.
Living dangerously, I see.
Nah, I'd just say like a 3-hour power nap or something.
Uh, gonna be finishing up breakfast, get a big old cup of coffee, then just gonna waste time in the morning just walking the ship.
All right.
Did Downpour and I turn up anything on SSP?
I the kind of just first Google search you guys got was or whatever the future Google is,
Bing.
Bing.
No, we circle all the way back to Yahoo.
Oh yeah.
Ask Jeeves. If y'all remember that.
It's raw.
So the very first search that you guys got was Seiyun Stellar Projects. Let's see.
What Stellar Project?
Give me 1 second.
Say you, Stellar?
Satan?
I'll throw it in
Super Saiyan?
the Discord.
Okay. Ah, yeah.
And from what you're reading, they were a kind of just a local shipyard based here in the Balgon system that were bought out by SSC.
I was right.
But this acquisition was actually pretty recent. Like the shipyard itself has been here for pretty much however long, saying the planet was settled, but the purchase of them by SSC was within like the last 2 years.
It's very recent.
But as you guys were talking about earlier, that's too obvious of a kind of just a as an idea or as a thought. So you and Downpour just honestly like skip past that and kind of just continue on with like the second page, the third page of Google, kind of just seeing what it
Getting into like the depths of hell.
exactly, because like no, that first one is too obvious.
Too convenient.
Mm-hmm. But,
See, I didn't find simp for going for the obvious and convenient.
exactly. So that is
Drove yourself insane.
that is what you and Downpour kind of just spend a lot of your time doing.
Okay, great. You know, yeah, it's very obvious, right? It's bought by SSC, but also there's that SSC that's located in under the zoo. You know, they could be running it out of that. We don't know. Maybe we find out more on this SSP once we go down to liberate Simp. I say to nobody in particular, I guess.
It just kind of just downpour, kind of just
Yeah, downpour. Yeah,
makes his
downpour
head.
got me.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, that's it. That's an idea we can do.
Uh huh. Thank you, downpour.
I'm
Well-
asleep. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah, I'm probably like back in the hangar at this point.
Hi, cat. Come here.
and Night is currently getting her lunch. Hey, kitty.
Snap, snap. So I guess with that, you guys are pretty much settled on the ship, kind of just making plans for what your next step is going to be. We can honestly end it there. I feel like this is a good stopping point.
I do have my meeting in about
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Oh, that works out great. then.
Yeah, he does.
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect.
Perfect. Very cool.
All right.
Nice. Thank you for the Yetter. Or excuse me, thank you for the session, Yetter. Goodness.
Thanks for
Thank
the
you for the
Yetter
Yetter.
Exactly.
Ah, let's hope the next one doesn't take a whole month.
Yeah.